Thank you all. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. Hello, SGDQ 2026. It is a beautiful morning in Minneapolis. I appreciate you all for being here. I am Tuesday, and I am joined by my wonderful couch. If you would all like to introduce yourselves.
I'm Gulch2.
I'm Draiga. I have played this game, and those are my credentials for being here.
And I'm Tendrrs, or Tendrrs, and I have seen this run about 74 million times, so I think I know enough.
So I do want to add on to their intros. So if anybody, please give a round of applause to Gulch2. Last night he ran BSI and did incredible. So please round of applause for him.
Thank you, Tuesday.
Also, Draiga made it in to the very first GDQ in Europe at Gamescom. So please round of applause for him as well. Absolutely incredible to make it into the very first GDQ event in Europe. And Tendrrs, this is my speedrun rival. Every time I get a world record, he takes it from me. So he's on my couch. Glad to have him here. So I'm going to be showcasing the Gunk. You have no idea what you're expecting in this run. This run is it's going to be delirious all over. So this was developed by Image Informed Games, published by Thunderful, which has gone on to be the 5th highest grossing publisher of this year, with all the games they've been releasing like Replaced and Luna, Planet of Luna. Great company. Sadly enough, the company that did develop this has been kind of absorbed by that company, so this is one of the last games they created, and I'm very proud to show it off. There's a lot to talk about, but a couple things I do want to say is this game is very hardware dependent. It requires high FPS and a good refresh rate, and I don't have a computer as good as this one at my house, so this is going to be the one and only time that I'm going to be able to break world record at this event, because I'm never going to have a computer this good ever again. So I'm hoping that this ends up being an amazing run and I do end up breaking the 3811, but that's not what I'm aiming for. I'm aiming here for a good time and just to have fun. So we're going to jump into the run in just a moment. There's a lot to explain at the very start. So if you all want to give me a countdown, we'll start now. So we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so how it starts out is that we're going to be introduced in a cutscene. We don't care about this cutscene because the story is not important to the speedrun. You play as Ronnie, you're a space scavenger, you found a source of energy on a planet, you went to go discover what it is, and that's the base of the story. The rest of it does not matter. Okay, so as you can see, I'm starting out. I am jumping. That is the fastest movement that we have in the game so far. You got walking and jumping. So you're going to see me jumping for a little bit until I get my next upgrade. And then, as you can see right here, that's my first skip. In this game with high FPS, the walls don't really matter. If it has any type of angle on it, you can just jump over the wall. Doesn't matter. So what we did is we skipped about 5 minutes of a tutorial. Usually you would learn how to use your vacuum hand, you would learn how to identify the items and how the level up system works. But we don't need any of that. We're only going to be leveling one time for one upgrade, and I don't need the tutorial on how to do that. So, but to explain to the people who don't know how, you have to use your scanner to fill up that bar at the very bottom that says next upgrade. And once that bar fills up, well, you unlock your next upgrade. And so we need one level up to get our boots that allow us to sprint. Otherwise, nothing else in the game matters except sprinting and, as Draiga would say, mashing the A button.
Yeah,
because that's all I'm going to do for 90% of these tricks. They're interesting, but they're very easy to do if you have a good enough computer to do them. So what you see me doing here is I am sucking the Gunk. I am doing my best to suck as best as I can. Most people want to be good at their runs. I don't. I want to suck. So I need to clear up all of this so it activates a little cutscene that I'm going to skip. It's going to regrow the fauna in this area. And then I'm going to drop down. I'm going to keep absorbing some more plants because I need to get my upgrade. That's the last scan I do in the entire run. We will never scan another thing in this entire run. That's it, done, no more. Next, it's going to be collecting a little bit more metal. And then I'll head to my ship and I'll unlock my sprint boots. Glad you don't have to hear any of this dialogue because I'm going to try to out-talk the dialogue. You don't want to hear it. It's bad. I've played this game for about 5 years now. Good game. If you want to play casually. Apparently, everybody keeps telling me that it's a great game to play casually.
Tuesday has not finished it casually.
Never beat the game casually. I thought it just looked too fun and wanted to speedrun it immediately. And so what you're seeing now is me and the work of Mr. 00 over this, I would say over the span of 6 months. me and another runner across the world end up picking this game up at the same time. We didn't know each other. We had no history. We didn't know that we were running this game. We both submitted a run at the same day on SRC, and I woke up and found out that his run was better than mine, and I was upset. So I continued running this until I beat his time. And then I woke up the next morning, and he beat my time. And that happened about 14 times until he got the first sub 1 hour and gave up on the run. And now, you probably see my estimate says 45 minutes, and I said first sub hour. The first run of this game was 1 hour and 36 minutes, and the run now is 38 minutes and 11 seconds. There has been 3 total runners and 2 total routers for this game. About 80% of what you're going to see has been routed by me, a little bit by 00, and then we had an amazing individual named Tango from the RR4F community that found out that this game got accepted into GDQ and decided to take a look at some of the speculative skips that was found a while ago, and actually found a way to skip 11 minutes of an auto-scroller after I'd already submitted the run. So now the run is a lot more fun to do, it's a lot more active, a lot more fun, I guess, for the people to see. I think Tendrrs would disagree with that. He says about 5 minutes in the run, his eyes already glazed over. So you take that with how you will.
One important thing to add on top of that as well is Tango actually found the 11-minute skip in his first hour of playing this game in general. So there's probably plenty of stuff that still hasn't been found by just playing the game.
So what Teddy's trying to say is I have a skill issue and I don't know how to play my own game, and that I need help outside of my own self. So take that with what you will. Come join the Gunk community if you have a NASA computer and a 600 hertz monitor and actually want to run it, because this game is really hardware dependent. So thank you, Tendrrs, for reminding me that Tango is so much better than me.
Yeah, of course. Love you, homie.
Love that. It's great. So what we're doing right now is what we call seed skip. So in this area, I'm supposed to have a seed that I will take all the way through this area and throw it into a pool of liquid to grow a mushroom to do a huge skip. Well, that's no longer a thing because we skipped that seed. Well, then with that seed, we would use another seed to skip that one. Well, Tango decided, why use seeds at all? So now we skip both seeds. So now we have seed skip. So with this whole area, I'm going to be running through without a seed in my hand because I'm going to get to a special wall coming up that doesn't care about physics, and I'm going to climb this wall by, Draiga, will you please explain how I do that trick?
It is by mashing A. That is mashing A, but it's really complicated.
Yeah. And what else button do I press sometimes?
It presses the Y button, and that is to skip cutscenes.
All right, everybody now in the audience is certified to run the Gunk. If you can mash A and you can press Y, you can run the Gunk.
I'd also like to add there's an alternate name for the seed skip is the seed squad skip.
Yes, please. Yeah. Math nerds would love that.
Yeah.
So what you see me doing right here is I'm climbing up this wall by using the power of frames. And then I'm going to jump on these rocks with the power of frames, and on these rocks with the power of frames and the A button. And I'm going to keep pressing this A button like a madman. Oh, I missed it because I pressed A button way too good. I'm too good at pressing A button. I'm going to get up here.
Supposed to be sucking.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm going to get up on this rock, and I'm going to jump until my character slightly slides left. Just like that. That means that I'm no longer locked onto that rock, which I can sprint and then jump over to this side of the water. I'm going to fall down, and then I'm going to hopefully not be a true gamer and soft lock on the grass. But we're touching grass? No soft lock on the grass. Let's go. True gamer moment. And so now I need to destroy these aliens so I can get their parts. Because somehow their organs make lasers. I don't know. Welcome to the Gunk. So now once I got 4 organs from these aliens, I'm going to jump over and then clear that whole area. And I'm going to make my way to the first fast travel point so I can go back to my ship and unlock our laser, which does nothing. Nothing at all. It does no damage. It just clicks buttons for me. You know, because Ronnie's too lazy to walk up to the button herself, so she has to shoot it. Yeah. There's not much combat in this game other than I have to suck aliens. Let's say that's a sentence. I have to absorb aliens, and then sometimes I have to absorb Gunk. Ronnie has a hand called Pumpkin that is equipped with a vacuum cleaner. Or if you've seen Inuyasha, she's just Moroku with the wind tunnel. She just absorbs, it goes into, I have no idea where the Gunk goes, because she doesn't even have a backpack on that could absorb this much Gunk. So I'm assuming just an alternate dimension. Right here, I'm actually reading this script so I can unlock my gun. And Draiga, yes, you were trying to talk. Go ahead.
Yes, I was going to say that was another skip you did by mashing A. It's amazing tech, really is. You mash A up walls, you go up them, it's amazing.
So as much as that is the meme, there is a little bit more to these tricks because you have to have certain angles on your controller. But for the sake of it, we're just clicking A.
I was informed beforehand that you mashed A into walls and you went up with them.
Well, I'm a liar, okay? It's all right. You've known me long enough.
Can I pop in here really quick?
You are more than welcome to.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I want to start with just a donation for you. So there's a $50 donation for Mr. Sem SDM who says, hello, everyone in the audience and in the chat. I hope you're all having a great time and enjoying the Gunk. Tuesday, have a wonderful time up there on stage. And can we get a live PB?
Oh! Sem, I know you can hear me because you're behind me. You're so lovely, and I think you are the best. And I can't wait to see your pretty face when I'm done looking at this screen.
I also want to chime in here with just a quick reminder to everybody, we do have an incentive open for the upcoming Isopod run. We can unlock the Pride Pod skin, which if you donate towards that incentive, we can unlock it to give Winston the Isopod, the best skin in the game, the Pride Pod skin, which is a wonderful rainbow color. So please get your donations in, get your incentives unlocked so that we can see that happen. We're already at 65%, but that run is coming up in just a couple hours.
Yes, please get to that incentive because as a kid, if you would have picked up a Rainbow Roly-Poly, you would have lost your mind. So please donate to the Rainbow Roly-Poly. I need that in my life. Thank you so much. So what you're seeing right here is what I call Ancient Ruin Skip. I have to jump onto this wheel to the right side and land on a certain pixel, then jump forward, land on another certain pixel, and then I have to mash A to the left. So much mashing A. Also, just a quick update, we are 1 minute ahead of PB. Let's go. I don't know how this is happening.
Let's go.
This computer is straight NASA rocket. I've never seen this game run like this before. We're gonna do a safety save because I can soft lock right here, even though I don't think this computer allows me to soft lock because of how many frames it's producing, so, but we're gonna do a safety one anyways. Right here, Ronnie's gonna talk to Bex. I don't need to move. Once the cutscene's over, Ronnie's gonna magically teleport like 50 feet forward, and then I'll continue the run. So I have a lot to explain right here because this is the first major skip of the run. So 4 years ago, I had theorized that there was a way to skip this bridge. I didn't know how it was gonna happen. I just knew it was gonna happen because it's the Gunk and everything's possible in this game because it's built so well. But it took 4 years to find it. Good old Tendrrs was inside of my chat when this had happened. I had a couple people in there. We were all brainstorming away, and we actually found it. So this run used to have to go to a place called Southern Pass and Northern Pass. You'd climb up the wall, you'd do out of bounds, you'd blow up some bombs, you'd suck some more gunk, you'd destroy some aliens, and then you'd make it over. Well, now I climb up this wall, and then I climb up this vine, I get to the next area, and then I'm gonna face plant from 300 feet in the air, and I'm going to save scum into the Gunk, and I'm going to appear underwater, and then I'm going to abuse the checkpoint system. I missed.
Aim Labs is free, by the way.
Okay, yes. As Tendrrs said, Aim Labs is free. If you're as bad as I am, either download an aimbot or get some Aim Labs, because, yeah, I'm bad. So right here, I'm gonna jump up these rocks to get to our actual official big skip. I'm gonna line myself up. I'm gonna land on top of this structure, jump over, enter the door, and there's gonna be a little dent, just the tiniest little dent inside the structure that I have to line myself up with. It's this little thing right here. I'm gonna wait until you hear the noise. Don't you love that? About 1.2 seconds of that, and I'm gonna jump forward. I'm gonna hold forward. I'm gonna face plant, save, quit, load, and now you can see I'm out of bounds under the water. Because this game has no idea where save states should be, and so they allow you to save wherever you want as long as you're touching the ground. If I come up to this bridge and jump, you'll see a little save icon in the bottom corner for a split second. That means I hit a checkpoint. And there we go, I skipped the entire bridge by save scumming. Let's go, woo! We are now heading into what I used to consider the hardest part of mashing A in your entire life. This is called the Gunk Tower. Tendrrs actually had a great quote from earlier. Imagine sucking the whole tower, because you're about to see it right now. Look how much gunk is on this tower. It is crazy. We're actually gonna do a lot of this blind. I'm going to run through the gunk without much visual of where I'm going. I have just done this so much that I have no life, and I know how to get through the gunk tower. So I'm gonna suck a little bit of gunk, run through a little bit of gunk, get to the top, I'm gonna press A a couple times. But yeah, through this run, a lot of this is going to be manipulating the frames. I wish the devs could have seen what their game could have been with a high-end computer, because when this game first started and I was playing this on Xbox, none of this was possible. I'm glad to be a happy PC gamer now, because no offense, PC supremacy for those frames. I'm gonna jump, I hit that checkpoint, I'm going to reload my save again, and that is another save scum. Instead of doing that fight, it just teleports me onto this bridge. I'm going to try to make sure that none of these orbs follow me through. I'm gonna try to open up a little bit of visual space so I can get through that little bit of gunk. And the rest of it's gonna be the same thing, so if we have any time for donations, you are more welcome to read them, because it's just gonna be me sucking for about 2 minutes.
While you're sucking, I have a $10 donation from Anonymous that just says glorp.
Glorp. Love that.
Love that. I also have $250 from the Hunting Turf, who says W Gunk, W Charity, W Tuesday, W Tendrrs, and W Sem.
Oh my gosh. Okay, love that. Love hearing that name. Thank you so much, Hunting.
I also want to just remind folks, we do have a new bid war that just opened. This is for Stardew Valley. You can choose between craft rooms and mines. Every 5 minutes, the runners will swap to whatever Stardew Valley category is in the lead, whether it's crafts room or mines. If you want to indulge your artistic side, maybe you should vote for crafts. If you yearn for the mines like the children do, please go ahead and pick the mines. That's currently open with Crafts Room in the lead at $15. Get your donations in.
That's a wild sentence to say.
Thank you.
I love that.
And it's only 7:30 in the morning.
Honestly, I keep forgetting that it is that early in the morning. So good morning, Minneapolis. Thank you all for being here live. And thank you to all of our online viewers as well. It is a pleasure to be here. And thank you all for supporting such a great cause, such as Doctors Without Borders. So get those donations in. We appreciate it. And with that, the Gunk Tower is complete, and I'm about to do a really cool skip. I'm going to wait till Beck says the word off, and I'm going to do a leap of faith and grab on to a vine. Oh, okay, never mind. Right. Don't worry about that. That didn't happen. Nobody saw that. I don't care. Don't say it. Okay.
Here comes his first attempt at this trick.
First attempt. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, totally. So what happens if I were to fall and not grab onto that vine? You can see I face plant and then teleport back up. So Mr. 00 had found a way to grab onto a different vine, but it was really hard to do. And then I found out if you just diverted 2 feet to the left instead of what he did, you just fall straight down and grab onto a vine. And then you enter into the next area where we'll be heading into our next major skip called Lower Mine Skip, but it'll be just a little bit till we get there. Right now, it's just gonna be a little more traveling, picking up some bombs, and using the environment to get around. But yeah, this is the Gunk. It is a very unknown game. I'm happy to see that GDQ has accepted it. All I do is run indie and unknown games. So yeah, it's a pleasure and an honor to have something that nobody at this convention apparently knew about, and then they started hearing about it, and now they think it's peak. Don't know why, but awesome. Glad to hear that. So inside this cave, I'm actually gonna jump up on this ledge, and there's gonna be a pile of rocks coming up that I'm going to jump onto, and then face plant onto a lower end of rocks, which is going to skip a whole floor of finagling. I'm gonna grab this bomb, and then throw it at this rubble, blow it up. Okay, you know what? Aim Labs is free, I know. I haven't not hit a single bomb this one time, but it's all right.
I can barely see my hand in front of me.
But yeah, if Couch has anything to add into the run, I know that some of them had some things that they probably wanted to say. If not, then I will continue my nonsense rambling about sucking the best.
I mean, I just want to emphasize Tuesday, incredible runner. As I said, he discovered this game. He discovers a lot of games. He routes a lot of games. He does all of that. Incredibly good glitch hunter, incredibly good speed runner. If you want to see some awesome indie games being broken, go follow him on Twitch. He is awesome.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you more.
I gotta say, as much as I do love speedrunning, routing has become my passion. I love trying to find a way around games as fast as I possibly can, and I'm currently working on the Division 2 with Tendy. It's so much fun. Love the game. All right, so in this area, I have to actually absorb this gunk in a certain way, and the reason why is that there's these floating sentient piles of gunk that'll keep rotating the room, and if I don't actually get it correct, then I'm gonna have to chase one of these piles around, which wastes quite a bit of time. But it's so simple to do once you know how to do it that I shouldn't mess it up. And that's it.
I have to chase my gunk.
Yep, yeah. Sometimes you have to chase your gunk. That happens. You don't chase your dreams. You chase your gunk. I do love how the physics look in this game when you do absorb the gunk. To me, it's like that cleaning simulator game that people got really addicted to on Twitch for a while. It's cathartic for me.
Yeah, it's very satisfying.
Very satisfying. But the fun thing about this gunk is that you don't actually need to absorb all of it for all of it to go away. There is a tiny hitbox in the middle of these blobs that actually need to get hit. And if you hit at least that part of the gunk, the rest of it will self-absorb and disappear. But there is gunk spots that when you do try to wait for it to self-absorb, it'll take anywhere between like 15 seconds because of how big the gunk blobs are. And the smaller ones are instant. So you'll see sometimes where I wave my camera around and you'll notice that some gunk was left behind. That's intentional, just to make sure that I'm saving time and doing the maximum suckage that I possibly can. Because this run is all about maximizing the amount of suck that I'm doing. So that was actually invisible mushroom skip. Everything in this game that I'm jumping on has random hitboxes that extend way further than they should. So you'll see me just jumping up random invisible walls next to items, and it's actually me jumping on those items, just the invisible barriers that they're surrounded in. Okay, so we're about to move into lower mine skip. So I'm gonna open this door, and then I have one small area to get through, and I'm gonna be doing the one trick that makes me sweat, because I have to time my jumps on a growing mushroom, and I get one shot at it, and if I mess it up, I have to keep reloading the save and reloading the save until I get it. So I did mess this up a couple times in practice beforehand, but I'm trying to remember who said it. That was like earlier in the run. Sometimes you just have to live on the edge. So right here, I actually waited for that gunk. I didn't want to absorb it earlier. You can, but it does waste 1 second. Oh my goodness, imagine wasting 1 second in your speed run. Red split, time to reset. So I'm gonna shoot this bomb. I'm gonna throw it over here. I'm not even gonna attempt to shoot it because I haven't landed one shot in this run yet, so obviously can't do it. I'm gonna walk up to this gate. There's a little knob right here. I'm gonna jump on top of it and then jump through this gate. Super intentional. And then I'm gonna go up to our new enemy who likes to launch his, he launches balls at me and I have to dodge them. But if you absorb him fast enough, then he can't launch those at you. And in this room, I need to go around and suck the gunk until there's only a little bit remaining. And then once I have it in a perfect area, I'm gonna line myself up with a mushroom that has not grown yet, and then I'll suck the rest of the gunk and the mushroom will start to grow. What a sentence. So anyways, I'm on top of the mushroom. That is lower mine skip, first try. I cannot believe I got that. I really did not expect that to happen on the first one. Oh, Tendy, you can eat it. I actually landed a shot. Let's go. Okay, I'm so good. Oh. Actually, that's actually very important that I do land that gunk shot because they are on a timer with their dialogue. So Ronnie's gonna say something like, what do you mean? And then Bex is gonna say another line, and then the camera's gonna do like, I did the skip I found earlier today, let's go. Anyways, she's gonna say something, and then the camera will whip around and take all your momentum away from Ronnie, and then you have to readjust your camera to get back into that cave. But because this computer is so good that during practice today, I found out that there's so many frames, I can jump into that cave, and Ronnie doesn't know how to squat anymore, and she just runs through the cave, and it saves a good like 3 seconds.
Yeah, she just sticks her face into the ceiling.
Yeah, amazing. So shout out to GDQ for making this run even more possible, for having better computer than I do at home. Thank you.
Do you know what the pace is looking like right now compared to your PB?
We're ahead of PB.
Yeah.
We're ahead. We're ahead.
While you're absolutely crushing this run, can I give you a couple donations?
Oh, go ahead,
folks that
please.
are just so
anytime.
proud of you. Okay, I have $75 from Tuesday's Proud Mama.
Oh, let's go.
Who says, if you had told me years ago that I'd be cheering for my son Tuesday's Run while he professionally speed ran a game about vacuuming alien slime for charity, I'd have laughed and asked if you'd been sniffing the gunk. But here we are.
I love you so much, Mom. Thank you so much for the donation. Also, Tendy's on my couch finally. He's actually on the couch. Okay, so funny story for the audience on why I said that is Tendrrs actually was my commentator on another run that I did, and my mom has no idea how speedrunning works. So when I said that Tendy was on my couch, she thought he was in my living room, and so she bought a podcast setup for us. he lives in the Netherlands. He doesn't even live in the same country as me. So shout out to my mom for being so innocent on gaming. Love it.
But we are starting a podcast here, right?
Yeah, we're all going to do a
okay,
podcast.
cool.
It's going to be all about the Gunk.
Yeah.
It's great. So this is actually one of the first skips, one of the first major skips I had found personally in this run, and this is what led to the bridge skip. And what happened is I was trying to figure out how to get down on this area, and I ended up face planting, and I meant to quit to main menu, and I accidentally saved, and then I was like, well, I'm just gonna reload the save. It's just gonna put me back at the top. It didn't put me back at the top, and let's go, game over percent, let's go. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. I promise, that wasn't supposed to happen. I don't know why that happened, but I'm not gonna say the cursed words, but I've seen that before. Definitely have seen that before. So when I hit the ground, I'm supposed to save and then reload, and we skipped the entire alien quarry, which you're supposed to climb down like 50 steps and through a bunch of lasers and go through this entire pit. But if you just break Ronnie's teeth by smashing her face into the ground, you can do skips. So that's what I call faceplant skip. You do 2 faceplants, save and load, and it save scums you to the bottom. And now, sorry GDQ staff, there is no other way to explain what I'm about to do, but I'm about to suck alien butt 3 times. So I'm gonna have this alien run into this rock, and then I'm gonna go behind him, and I'm gonna suck his butt. And then I'm gonna wait till he runs into a rock again, and we're gonna repeat that twice. Enjoy the jiggle physics while I do this. Look at that twerk. Let's go, alien twerk.
While we're twerking, can I pop in with a donation?
Yep.
Amazing.
All I'm doing is butt sucking.
Great.
There you go. You're
Enjoy
good.
that. We have $10 from Chirp, who says, hello, GDQ. Tuesday, mate. I'm so proud and happy for you to have made it with this game in at GDQ, considering the amount of runs there are on the boards. Shout outs to you, my dude. Shout outs to the amazing couch and the people in the back I recognize, Maxi, Ali, and Sem. W to Draiga for getting into Gamescom GDQ with me. Looking forward to that. And good luck on getting world record, mate. Loving the run so far. Keep it up. Less than 3.
Also, because that was Chirp, I want to say congratulations on getting world record on Splinter Cell Conviction like 5 minutes before I went live. Brother, what? World record right before I went live?
Yeah.
Oh, hype. Okay, anyways, Chirp is an amazing runner. Thank you so much for the donation. Thank you for supporting such a great cause. You are truly a legend. As Carl Jobs would say, you absolute legends. Love it. Love it, love it. Don't laugh at me, okay? Don't laugh at me.
You can do one more.
Yes.
We have $50 from Anonymous, who says, this speedrun made me want to play the Gunk, but the commentary is wild. I'm donating just to save pods.
You're going to play this game casually?
Best, yeah.
Good luck with that. Anybody who plays this game casually, I have so much respect for you. Thank you so much for giving this game a shot. As I said, the dev team is no longer around anymore. They got kind of absorbed by Thunderful Gaming, but they are out making wonderful games nowadays, so good for them. But yes, welcome to the Gunk. Sorry my ranting is a little unhinged. I don't really know what to say about this run because the only way to explain half the things in this is I'm mashing A button, I'm sucking, and that's about it. But it's fun. If you ever get a chance to play this and actually you know what? Nope, we're not gonna do it. The A doesn't work. No A button. We're just gonna go across the bridge.
4 seconds.
Not the 4 seconds. So funny enough, that skip was found this morning by the one and only legendary Tango once again, making me look bad apparently by finding all the skips I couldn't find. Right here is actually one of my favorite skips because all you do is you rotate your camera until your arm is through the gate and then you shoot the button. So Mr. 00 had found that because he was sick of doing the side areas, which take forever because they're both really long puzzles. So he walked up to the gate, turned his body, shot the button, and then, yeah, we skipped like 14 minutes of gameplay by doing that.
Must be nice for all the casual runners, not knowing that you can just stick your arm straight through the gate.
All right, so this one is the biggest major skip you will see in this entire run. This was also found by Tango. This was one of the skips that was found within 1 hour of him playing. I had shown him something that I had hypothesized 3 years ago by getting on top of this satellite dish. Then he took that satellite dish skip and he skipped the entire end game to the very final boss. And I'm astonished. So we're gonna try to get first try. Don't expect that, but I would like some hype for this because Tango definitely deserves it after finding something that it was theorized for almost 4 years, which is so awesome, in less than 1 hour of giving it a shot. Okay, well, that's twice. We're gonna try it for a third time.
Yeah, so what Tuesday's doing right here is he is trying to jump on like very small pixels on top of these rocks and jumping around invisible barriers to get on top of even more walls and more satellite dishes. Then he's gonna make a safety save.
We got it, let's go! Garden skip done! So there's a lot more to it, but that is the hardest part. The rest of it's going across this ceiling. There is an entrance on this side of the tower that is not accessible until you go through the garden one time, and then you do a pseudo fight with the boss. Well, Tango said, I don't like that pseudo fight, and so we just skipped the entire first phase of the boss, and now I just have to climb up an elevator, and we are moving in to the end game. So thank you, Tango, for getting rid of a 7-minute auto-scroller and a 3-minute auto-scroller elevator ride. 11 minutes of absolutely no gameplay swiped from the game. Absolutely love it.
I have a lot of people commenting about how fast you're going. If you don't mind, I can give them to you, some donations.
Oh, please, go ahead.
Okay. We have $5 from Xanaroo123 who says, go Tuesday, go, have fun and go fast.
I love Zan.
Yay.
I love him so much.
We also have $50 from Casual Cozy who says, my favorite time of the year, gotta go fast. Putting this dono towards Stardew Mines 50 because we yearn for the mines.
What's with all these people wanting to be in the mines?
We yearn for the mines. I feel like I've made that very clear.
Pretty obvious.
Have you all ever seen the movie Zoolander? Do you want Black Lung?
Got the black love pop.
But I just yearn for the mines.
Yeah, we yearn for the mines.
So right there is what I have to call the cursed room. There's 3 levers I have to suck, and I have to... Oh my god, I got it. Okay, anyways. I have to pull those levers, and then it opens up a barrier across the entire tower. So there's very, very slippery hitboxes on each one of those levers, and I usually fall off, but I didn't fall off. So I'm gonna, once again, thank GDQ for having such a great computer that it just keeps working. And we're still ahead of, even though I've messed up a little bit, I still believe we're ahead of PB. I have no idea. I'm too scared to look at the screen.
I recommend looking at the screen to play the game.
That's not okay, the other screen. And I know there's 3 screens next to me because there's one by my feet.
I thought you were looking at that one.
Yeah, yep, because you know, doing that. Oh, okay, I thought I soft locked. I got a little nervous. Okay, so right here, I have to line myself up with this window. Am I gonna get this skip? Probably not. I got it, never mind. Okay, I lied. Okay, so I have to jump over this and land on this smallest little... Shh, no one saw that. Oh,
no,
actually, never
works.
mind. It worked. Oh my god, okay, never mind. The game loves me. So I need to grab this seed and I need to take it over here. And over there. Okay, well, that's not where I wanted to throw it. There's a lot of things with this seed that's not happening what I want to do with it, but it's okay. Also, I'm getting absolutely pounded by these sentences. The words, save me, couch.
They are definitely using aim labs.
So once I destroy this last one, I'm going to try to get this seed. Oh, okay, it worked. Okay, that shouldn't have happened. I technically should have the seed in my hand and threw it into the pool, but it somehow worked. We're just gonna go with it. I think Todd Howard had touched the game and it just happened. So it just works. So this is the final part of the run. I'm going to end up sucking this gunk until the elevator works, because that's how elevators work. It all runs off of the power of gunk. Once it's done, this web below me is gonna disappear, the elevator's gonna rise, and I have 4, I think I can count right, 4 floors to fight through. There's going to be a despawn with a mini boss. There's going to be a wall climb. There's going to be a web skip. And then there's going to be another mini boss despawn that's going to happen on this elevator before the final boss. Now, one of the despawns I know for a fact I can definitely get. The second one is going to be complete RNG. Also, you might see that the frames drop in this area. You could have the best computer in the world and this elevator is so unoptimized, it just... Okay, anyways, it just lags. I got tackled off the elevator by the baby aliens. So this gunk in the middle is the only gunk in this area that'll actually spawn aliens. The 3 on this end side do not spawn anything. They're just more of like a nuisance to keep you from going further up on the elevator. Once we get to the second floor, I'm going to be looking for the pad to climb onto, and I'm pretty sure it's next to this pipe. Yes, okay. So once I get up here, I'm going to run into this room. I'm going to count to 4 once I start growing the mushrooms. The reason why you're gonna hear me count to 4 is that there is one of those launcher enemies that's gonna launch one of the balls at me that explode. And my goal is to get up the wall and dodge it before it hits me, because if it does, it's going to blast me backwards into a little like soft lock moment, and I'm gonna try not to have that happen. So I'm gonna rip them out. It's gonna grow. I'm gonna go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. That should be plenty, and I should be able to dodge the orb. Perfect, okay. That's awesome. And then right here, I'm gonna shoot this plant, grab it, turn, instant throw. Awesome, I got the high jump. And we are now moving on to the final 2 floors before the final boss.
As we move on here, I'd love to share just some quick love with y'all. I have $50 from Anonymous, who says, what up my 7:30 Minneapolis Gunkers? So glad that this GDQ keeps coming back to our beautiful city. Maybe sometime I should come visit. Good luck and trans rights.
Trans rights? That's awesome. Yes, early morning gunking, 7, you know, who does? Okay, wait a minute, let me not finish that sentence. There's no way to word the word gunk in any good way.
Tuesday, your mom has donated again. So Tuesday's proud mama sends in $75 saying, shout out to the Gunkin' couch. Tendrrs, you really are on the couch. Seriously, but gunk sucking, I'm dying, LOL. My friend Elijah from work says you are very informative. Love you and so freaking proud of you. Let's go, Tuesday.
Shout out to Elijah.
Hey Mom, you cursed me because now I can't find the gunk to suck. I don't know where the gunk is at. Okay, I'm gonna have that moment on GDQ. Y'all can make fun of me. That's never happened before.
That's never happened before.
I didn't want to say that, but I've never seen that happen before.
It's my favorite minigame.
Shh. Don't curse me. I told myself I would never say that on stage, and then I said it on stage. I'm very upset with myself. I blame my mom. I love you. That's so awesome. 2 donations. Wow, crazy. Okay, so anyways, now that the boss has despawned and it actually worked and we're good to go, I'm gonna go up to the first try 100%. I'm gonna go up to the next floor, and then in this one, there was a skip found by Tango, because he's better than me and finds all the skips that are cool to talk about. I'm gonna jump onto this web, and then I'm gonna hop over to this ledge. So, don't fall. I'm gonna hop over here. I'm going to jump, and then there's gonna be this web in front of me, but because games love to put yellow spray paint on everything, it allows me to go through the web. And then if I line up here, first try instantly, let's go. That looks so easy. I know that looks super easy. It's
so
not.
Finicky.
It's so finicky. If you don't hit it, you fall through, and then you gotta absorb like 4 piles of gunk, destroy like 3 aliens, but thanks to Tango. I'm just kidding, I love you so much. You can skip that entire area and move on to the final floor. So in this final floor, you're gonna see 2 gunk that are like merging and doing like random things together. And they're going to try to like confuse me on which one's spawning the mini boss and which one is spawning the regular enemies. I have to keep track of the mini boss gunk, which I have no idea which one does what, because right there, well, okay, yep, which one's which. So this one could be the boss one, that one could be the boss one. So I have to keep my eye on the sacks that drop that get really big really fast. If I see a sack getting really big really fast, then I need to suck the sack, which is such a sentence. But I have to do that to make sure that the enemy doesn't spawn. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm pretty sure I just got the despawn. We'll find out in a second. I got the despawn. No mini boss. That is incredibly hard to do because I have to keep track of exactly where the eggs are dropping at all times. Because with the high amount of frames that are on this computer, so at my home I usually get about 300 frames. On these PCs I'm pushing about 400 frames a second. So it's an extra 100 frames. The eggs actually hatch twice as fast. And if that boss spawns, I'm stuck in an arena with it, with a bunch of small enemies, while trying to absorb gunk, and it wastes upwards of 2 minutes because I have to suck his butt 3 times and then kill him. And then I have to destroy the aliens, and then I have to absorb more gunk. But with the despawn, it just opens the gate up immediately and sends you into the final boss. So right here, this is the final part of the run. I have to pull 4 levers while dodging a laser beam and dodging a ton of different gunk enemies. This whole fight is RNG. I have no control over where the enemies spawn, what they do, what they're gonna do when I'm pulling the lever, how the boss laser is going to react. But if I do this well, this will be the first ever recorded either 37 or a low 38. I'm hoping for a 37 because that was the theorized final minute barrier, and it looks like I may be on pace for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lead the laser over here. I'm gonna try to destroy these aliens. I'm going to jump. It's going to destroy all of this gunk, and then there's gonna be 3 more aliens that are gonna spawn, and I'm going to try my best. Okay. This should be good. 1 second, we'll find out in a moment. Okay, that's the first 2 levers. I have 2 more levers left to do, and then it'll be time. I will make sure to give a countdown. So I'm going to rip 3 cords out of his back. He's going to get up. I'm going to jump, run over here. I'm going to position myself up against this wall till the laser turns red. I'm going to pull on this lever until the beam is done. Now, this big boss right here can either charge me, or can yell at me and end up yelling at me. So they did waste a little bit of time. Okay, that's the second to last lever. We're moving on to final lever, and then I will make sure to give a countdown. If I can get the new skip, I will try, but no promises. It looks like we are not getting new skip, maybe. Wait.
Close.
I don't think so. Nope, we're not getting new skip. Okay. We might get a 36. We might get a 36. 1 second. Okay, time is coming up in 3. Oh! Okay, 3, 2, 1. Time. What is the time?
58, I think.
6:58.
What is it?
Said 6:58.
I don't care, 39, but in-game time, oh my God,
Okay.
that was so much fun. So that was the gunk. So you watched me suck. I'm glad to be the best sucker on the planet. Love it, it's great. You guys gotta watch Ronnie do the craziest things up walls because physics did not exist to her robotic legs. So shout out to Ronnie. But to be real, I do wanna give some, once again, thank you to my couch for being here. Tendrrs has been inside my chat for over 2 years. Absolutely phenomenal. Mod of my chat, has been supportive on everything I've ever ran. Draiga has been nothing but a phenomenal friend, has come in and shown so much support. I love watching his runs. Gulch has been absolutely phenomenal as a friend, a runner, a colleague. I love all of you. Thank you guys so much. To the GDQ staff, I can't believe you let me do this. You guys are amazing. Thank you all so much. It was a pleasure. To all the viewers, thank you for supporting such a great cause, supporting such a great team behind the cause. You are all incredible. And to everyone here at Minneapolis, you are all awesome. Thank you all so much. Thank you, thank you. That was the Gunk, that's my run. If you want to see other indie games, I know over 55 different speedruns. If you want to come watch them, you can find me at twitch.tv/TuesdaysRuns. I'll be working on the Division 2 with Tendrrs. There's a lot of other things I have in the pipeline, like Sands of Aura that I want to push down. So if you want to come see some really random indie games you've never seen before, come on to the chat. For you guys, if you guys want to please give your guys' goodbyes, how to find you, please do.
I just want to say you've been served.
You've been served.
Yeah, thanks for having us, Tuesday. You did excellent. It was a great performance.
Okay, so you can find him at /Tendrrs, TNDRRS. You can find him at /Draiga and /Gulch2. So, yes.
If I may,
lame.
it is Draiga SR, if I may. Yes.
Oh, sorry, it's Draiga SR.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
One day I'll get the
speed
Draiga
runners.
name.
But that's it for me. I appreciate it, and we're gonna move on to the next one, which is gonna be Gex. If you are a 90s or 80s baby, you're about to have the greatest time of your life with it. Oh my God, I cannot wait. So enjoy. Thank you, SGDQ staff. Appreciate it.